WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 6.
The contract dispute between Sparrow Hospital and their caregivers may be coming to a head. It is our top story at 6. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. The Professional Employee Council of Sparrow Hospital, or PESH, announced yesterday it plans to go on strike on January 20th.
A major step in the saga of contract issues between Sparrow nurses and the University of Michigan Health. Zach Priest is here for you now and has the latest from both sides of this battle.
Negotiations began all the way back in August, and Sparrow caregivers had been working without a contract since October 30th. Last month, more than 98% of them voted to authorize a strike, and now the union has set a deadline.
We're ready to do what we have to do to get what we can get for a fair contract, and right now we're just all going to work, caring for our patients, caring for the community, and just knowing we'll do what it takes.
Sparrow nurse Leah Rash, the co-chair of the negotiation team, says the clock is ticking. 7 a.m. January 20th. Nurses will strike if there isn't a deal. Although nurses say there was some progress made today, there are still things the two parties can't agree on.
The healthcare being affordable for us as the caregivers, competitive wages, the agency nurses, getting permanent U of M Sparrow nurses, and the safety. That was another big thing.
We reached out to Sparrow officials for comment today, but they only referred us back to a statement that was sent out last night. It reads, they are disappointed that caregivers have decided to strike, but added they still feel confident that an agreement can be reached without a strike. The nurses say they would also like to work out a fair deal.
We're willing and want to do good faith bargaining. We want to come back and have days that we can have conversation and work this through.
When asked if she is worried that the strike may affect patients, Rash said they're only trying to do what's best.
If we go out on strike, it's not to punish the community or anything like that. We are doing it for the community. It's what we need to provide the care for the community.
The threat of a strike isn't the only concern for Sparrow. The nurses union is bringing federal charges against U of M Health, alleging the hospital engaged in bad faith bargaining. Sparrow says they've been acting in good faith.
Now, if they actually do go on strike in 12 days, the union says it would last for 5 days, and we are told that both sides are set to meet and bargain on Friday. Back to you.
Thank you, Zach. Staying with health news, Hillsdale County is seeing an increase in respiratory illnesses over the past 2 weeks.
And that includes the flu, RSV, and COVID-19.
The spike is consistent with statewide data on the flu, with the risk level set at high. However, health officials say it's not too late to get vaccinated to protect yourself and your family this flu season. For more information on vaccination options around mid-Michigan, head to the Scene on 6 section of our website, WLNS.com.
Lansing Township Police want your help with a retail fraud investigation. Take a look. The department shared surveillance pictures of several people walking into a business. Investigators did not say which of them, if any, are considered suspects in this case, only that they're trying to identify them. The number for the officer on the case is on your screen. Call in a tip if you know anything that could help.
MDOT is offering mini grants for projects that would improve the trip to and from school for students this upcoming school year. And those grants, which can total up to $15,000 per school, will go toward projects that will make getting to school easier, safer, and more fun for children, including those with disabilities. That could include new walking, biking, or school bus options, as well as new features to reduce traffic jams and air pollution around schools.
And speaking of safety, Lansing has extended its code blue to help people stay warm during this pretty cold stretch of weather.
Yes, the move increases capacity and alters hours at local shelters. It's now set to expire Friday morning.
And there's even an old motel turned shelter that's housing families right now. Our Taryn Simmons spoke to an advocate for the unhoused about the need for family shelters in the Lansing area. Taryn?
Sherry, Siobhan, Homeless Angels is located on the west side of Lansing and provides resources to unhoused families in need. I spoke to Paul Miller, who says they have 38 families staying at their motel. Miller also says families need to stick together, especially during tough times like these.
Some of the calls we get may be a mom with 3 children sleeping in a car. You even think that that would be going on this time of year is horrific. And we're glad we're able to help in those situations.
Paul Miller, director of street ministry for Homeless Angels, says they can house families up to 8 or 9 people.
Each family has their own room, and no matter their family size, we're the only one that's able to take larger families.
Miller says unlike other shelters, they do not separate families.
For a family to try and get back on their feet, if they were separated, it just makes that process all the more difficult.
There are shelters in Lansing just for women or women with children, but that means separating mom and dad and sometimes even younger boys.
Mom and a dad, and you have a 12-year-old boy or older, they have to be separated to the point that dad goes to the men's shelter. Mom and the younger children can stay at the women's shelter, but the 12-year-old and above, they need to find somewhere else for him to go.
That's why Miller is proud their shelter can keep families together during these cold winter months.
For a family to try and get back on their feet, if they were separated, it just makes that process all the more difficult. The family unit is the most important part of our society, and to be able to keep them together is important.
Miller says Homeless Angels is full during this cold blue.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We've got several weather systems on the way over the next 5 or 6 days, none of which are terribly strong, but once you add them all three up, the snow eventually starts to add up as well. Snow potential, there's some heavy lake effect expected along the lake shore, UP and lower Michigan. Moderate amounts of snow here in mid-Michigan. A lot of that's due to a system on Friday. Here's a look at precision cast snow. Now, there's certainly a little bit out there this evening, but as we look at our system Friday afternoon through early Saturday morning, 1 to 2 inches appears to be the general rule. Maybe someone, especially southern sections, may see 2 or 3 inches of snow from Jackson south. So not a huge event for us, but enough that it will coat the ground nicely. Our high temperature trend, not much of a warm up, but mid to upper 20s through early next week, then back in the low 20s Tuesday. Then look at that heat wave. High temperatures near 30, normal weather by next Friday before another big cool down moves in next weekend. Satellite and radar today, some lake effect snow showers and a little more pronounced and heavier along the lake shore. As we look to the north, clearing skies, and that moves in later this evening and means cold temperatures near 10 or so tomorrow morning. There's our cold front to our west. That will start to move in our direction. There'll be a little band of snow that sets up along that front. So as we move through Thursday afternoon into Friday morning, it's still to our west, so no problem there. But during the day, we'll have a period of light snow and snow showers. Then the cold front will begin to move through and shut those snow showers down to a certain extent Friday night, although I suspect on the backside of this, a few of those snow showers will move in for Friday night, early Saturday morning. Our temperatures are cold outside, obviously. 21 St. John's, 20 Lansing, 19 currently in Howell. So we check out the wind chills. They are generally running in the low 20s. Thankfully, the winds have been fairly light this afternoon. We can now make out the city on the McLaren cam, meaning the visibility is improving a bit, which means the light snow showers are beginning to lessen. Temperatures at 22 degrees, 22 and 25 the high and low. We really didn't move a lot today. Snow showers in Grand Ledge, 24 and 21 the high and low. The low, of course, our current temperature. Wind gust today only 14 miles per hour. This afternoon in Jackson, snow showers, temperatures 21 degrees after a high today of 24. And in Hillsdale, see a little snow on the roadways as well. Temperature 22 degrees, and this afternoon's high made it up to 24. For tonight, snow showers will come to an end. Low temperature as clouds move out down to 10 degrees. Winds will be light tonight. Tomorrow's forecast will have a big question mark. Will we stay mostly cloudy or will we break into some sunshine? Computer models tell me we're going to go full sun tomorrow. I'm a little pessimistic on that, so hopefully we get some sunshine, but either way, it's a little bit warmer, 27 degrees. The 6-day forecast, light snow and snow showers Friday afternoon and evening, couple flurries on Saturday. As we head into late Sunday night, light snow moves back in for Monday, another inch or so possible there. And then a system Tuesday evening into Wednesday could bring another inch or so of accumulation. Highs next Friday near 30, and then it gets cold again, low to mid-20s as we round out next weekend.
Yeah, you like the 30s? Sorry, going back.
Just a tease there. Sorry about
right.
that.
A little break. It's like,
oh, it's getting, no, it's not getting
That's right. Thanks, David.
Coming up, lawmakers are back in the state capitol, and Republicans officially took control of the state house today. We'll tell you how that went next.
That and much more straight ahead. Don't go away. 6 News at 6. We'll be right back.